The problem statement tells us that we have f of x, which is a third-degree polynomial with real coefficients, and the absolute value of f of 1 equals the absolute value of f of 2 equals the absolute value of f of 3 equals the absolute value of f of 5 equals the absolute value of f of 6 equals the absolute value of f of 7 equals 12. So let's draw a diagram really quickly. And we see that given the problem statement, each of these points can only return 12 or negative 12 as the answer to f of 12. And then we know that like the shape of a third degree polynomial has to look like that or like that, which are pretty much the same in themselves. And if we like look at it, it actually looks like pretty tough to fit one of these across this and like going through 6 of these points. So we can like just ask the question, is this even possible? What's the maximum amount of points a cubic can intersect this? So if we look at it this way, then we can like just draw 2 parallel lines. And then if we like draw a cubic, we see it's intuitively optimal, quote unquote, to have the cubic go like that to get 6 intersections. We can't get any more since the cubic like has 2 bends, and like for like the part before the first bend, the part between the bends, and the part after the second bend, each of those can only intersect the parallel lines twice. So 3 times 2 is 6. And we see that that's like just enough to do the problem, kind of. So, and that's probably what makes the problem like have an answer. That's what makes absolute value f of 0 unique. So without loss of generality, we can just like map this onto this by taking like f of 1 is negative 12, f of 2 is 12, f of 3 is 12, f of 5 is negative 12, f of 6 is negative 12, and f of 7 is 12. And you might be wondering why like we can't like take it the other way around, why f of 1 can't be 12, f of 2 can't be negative 12, f of 3 can't be negative 12, f of 5 can't be 12, etc. But then that like function will just be negative of the f of x we're taking. So in the end, absolute value of f of 0 would still stay the same regardless of taking the absolute value. So we can just take that and still get the right answer to the problem. And we see that we can indeed draw a cubic through these like this. We can indeed kind of draw a cubic, and then now we can solve for the cubic. So we see that we can just like, I don't know, take the points 1, negative 12, 2, 12, 3, 12, and I think 5, negative 12. And we can, with only 4 points, we can solve for a cubic. So from 1, negative 12, we get the, okay, if the cubic is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, then from 1, negative 12, we get the a plus b plus c plus d equals negative 12. And similarly, we got like 8a plus 4b plus 2c plus d equals 12. 27a plus 9b plus 3c plus d equals 12, and 125a plus 25b plus 5c plus d equals negative 12. Okay, so from here we can like solve. From this we get AA plus 8b plus 8c plus 8d equals like negative 96, and then if we subtract these two equations, we get that 4b plus 6c plus 7d equals negative 108, and then we also can get like 27a plus 27b plus 27c plus 27d equals like negative 324, and from these two we get that 18b plus 24c plus 26d equals negative 336, and then we also get that we can do like the same for 125 plus 125c plus 125d. This is equal to negative 1500, and then this guy gives us that 100b plus 120c plus 124d equals negative 1488. And then if we multiply that guy by 25, we get that 100b plus 150c plus 175d equals negative 2700. Subtract these, you get 30c plus 51d equals negative 1212. And from this guy, we also got that 36b plus 54c plus 63d plus equals negative 972, and then from here we got the 36b plus 48c plus 52d equals negative 672. Subtract, and we get that 6c plus 11d equals negative 300, and then here we get the 30c plus 55d equals negative 1500, and this yields 4d equals negative 40 equals negative 288. So d is equal to negative 72, and then therefore absolute value f of 0 is equal to 72. Done.